All right. Just got to make sure this is rolling. Okay. Gonna run the ads. There we go. Okay. Welcome back to the Case of the Golden Idol. If this is your first time here, I do a little bit of a preamble while I'm letting the first 3 minutes of ads roll through so people don't get it. They don't get the pre-rolls. So go ahead and skip about 2 minutes and 40 seconds in from this point if you don't want to hear the preamble. But for those that feel like sticking around, thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on the VOD, either on Twitch or on YouTube, I very much appreciate that. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. That would help me out a lot. And honestly, it would be nice to have you if you can manage to find your way over to Twitch. I do this for fun. I'm getting a lot of people in who are really entertaining to be around and to spend time with. I hope you're able to come and join as well. Let's see. If you are joining on Twitch or on YouTube, you can always find the link to my Discord inside my bios on either site. Discord is really popping off these days. Lots of people in there, lots of fun things to do. So I hope you're able to come check that out as well. It also lets you have a vote on both what's coming up next for what we play, as well as what we get next with the sub and bits goals as they roll. So if you have an opinion either on what games I have you want to see or what you'd like to see me play, great way to let me know about that. Same thing, you can leave me a comment on YouTube if you want. Discord is great for if you're watching on Twitch because it doesn't have that. But either way, it'd be nice to have you. And as I said, I welcome the company whenever. This is something I do for fun, and I very much appreciate when people come to hang out. So, hope to see you soon. Anything else? Actually, I think I covered everything and a little bit too quickly today as well. We are still just in the middle of choosing a new game, so I have a couple of options set up on the Discord. Things that people have suggested to me or just ones that I've wanted to play as well are in there. And whenever we hit that goal, it gets priority as far as being played. Hi Connor, welcome back. So, if you want to jump in on that, it'd be great. Anything else? Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but the ad breaks are going to end in about 3 seconds, so hope you enjoy the video. And now that we are back in chat proper, welcome to everyone here. I appreciate you being here live. So, we are going to pick up The Case of the Golden Idol, Chapter 2, and whatever this middle piece is, which we haven't tried yet. The Cursed Inheritance, The Intoxicating Dinner Party. Alright. They're starting to get bigger as far as scenes go, so I have to look around. What clue was added? Oh, this bedroom clue. There are empty slots. Okay. Oh. And there's also up and down here. This must be like a serving section. Alright. Well, let's start down here, because there's not a lot. There's a bag of tools. A hammer and a chisel, it looks like. That seems to be what's in the bag. Oh, Ash Blair is what that other dude was wearing. Not Willard. but from a couple of scenes ago... where was he? This guy. What's his name? David Garan. He had that on him. This Ash Blair Finest Tobacco. And actually, come to think of it, wasn't Ash Blair also the name of that dude from this scenario? Isn't this Ash Blair? Yeah, Ash Blair got into Willard Wright's room. So this guy is Ash Blair who makes the tobacco. Meaning he and David Garan were in cahoots. Which I'm just realizing now. Okay. It's interesting. It's different from what I expected. But I like that it's kind of a progressive case as we're going, and all of these things that we're learning early on are still intertwined. So I haven't made much progress on this one, Waylord. Welcome back. I don't know if you saw, I just went back a little bit and found the connection between David Garan and Ash Blair, because Ash Blair was the murderer from the last scene. And the reason that that came up was because in this cabinet is the Ash Blair Finest Tobacco pouch. And it made me think about that for a second, so I had to go back and double check. So, set of lockpicks, a pistol, a dagger. So yeah, this is David Garan's stuff. Clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact. EC is Cloudbert, Edward Cloudsbert. I think that's his name. Hey, Chaos. Thank you for stopping in to say hi. It's good to see you. I don't know if you saw, by the way, but you got gifted a sub from Conup the other day. So, no more ads for you for a while. And thank you. You have a good day as well. I appreciate you stopping in. Oh, I gotta click David. Alright, let's see what else we got here. So this is David Garan's room then, if this is his closet. So, David. And then this is, I gotta find out. Stack of candles. Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day, mostly spent in preparation for the dinner event. The time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary after all the years I have loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it tomorrow. So this is a servant's quarter section. Hortius the Wise Slave, fables about rulers that make you think. I'm reading this, and all I'm thinking of is Jacob when I was playing Outer Wilds, and every time I was stumped, he'd come up with, makes you think, don't it? An ink pot and some money. Sealed pot labeled print paint. Down with parasites, too long have they feasted on our blood and sweat. Okay. So it's a servant that can read as well, and the door's locked. Window closed. Door's locked. Let's go up. So it leads up to this room up here. But it doesn't seem to be broken in any way. All of these doors are locked. Okay. What's this? Remember to take the fourth one from every row. Raulo Cthulhu. Star Child. Stack of candles. ink and money. Money. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. Okay, so we can nail down that the one at the bottom is the one who's worked here longest. That's fine. A knife. And Mademoiselle, the laceless count, the besmirched lover of Lusitania. Okay. And there's stuff in here too. Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold it as long as possible. In most cases, the effects will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearances. A pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid partially empty. Okay, so this is some lady who's in love and doing voodoo. Got it. Where are the rest of the servants' things? So these are all people. Is this a servant? Oh, my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Ensure that the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner, and I will slip you a shilling. Peter. So Peter might have been the one with that stuff in the room, the love potion stuff. Maybe. What's this? A heart-shaped ring and a square-shaped ring. Or key. And a small key. 1 shilling. So he definitely accepted the bribe. And it looks like this person, whoever he is the one that has been here longest. He's got that bottom room. What's up here? Monkey Man 1 versus Striped Dark Hand. Monkey Man 2, Tooth for Tooth. Oh, there we go. Is that... What is that? What is that? A lockpick of some sort? Or an impression of the key? Amber liquid, a couple pennies and a fancy handkerchief and a shiny pocket watch. This one looks like an impression of that square key. The one that was in his pocket. This one. But it's not a very good impression because these are different. Okay. What's in this door? The door to the outside, not locked. What's this? 3 loaves of bread, some lemons, potatoes, flour, bottles labeled water, cut veggies, and meat. Okay, it's a pantry. Oh, wait, hold on. These must correspond to the shape of the key, because this is the heart-shaped one that was in his pocket. Wine bottles and brandy. Amber liquid brandy. So this was also a bottle of amber liquid. That might not be brandy, it might be poison of some sort, just as a thought. Mrs. Smith. 2 eggs and a pot of tea. Little Pip doing all his errands. This is Walker. This is Baker. David Coran. NB. I'm not sure. But this is definitely David Grand's room, so I'm going to put that there. And what is this room? Above the kitchen. There was someone else a few back with this monkey man book on him. And I don't remember who it was. Let's go to the scenario selection. I don't think it was in that one. Was it here? Yeah. This one was the property of the Pear brothers, but I kind of doubt he's still there. We'll see. Turn to scenario. I don't think we have any clues pointing towards the Pear brothers, do we? Not yet. I mean, it is just a book. I can give you some candles for your Lucia. Reading that scandalous novel. Dear Ada. Okay, so Lucia had the scandalous book, apparently. Which is probably not that one. The Laceless Count. So it was probably that one. So let's go with the fact, or the thought, that this one is Lucia for now. To Mrs. Smith for 3 years of service. We don't know if Smith is the oldest one, though, or the one been there longest. Brian is the male manservant, okay. Roasted boar. Richards. And this key, which appears to be for the pantry, this one, where all the food is. Okay. What do we have here? There's a little syringe. Some liquid left in it. Okay. Coats. I'll look at the coats after. I want to talk to him. This looks like Little Pip. Expensive cigar. Little Pip. So David sent Little Pip on an errand, okay. Let's look in these coats now. Overcoat and hat. Box of cigars. Assuming this is David's coat, then Little Pip stole a cigar from him. Hey Mary, here's something for your diary from me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley. Peter Batley was the gambler dude. The guy with the gambling problem from the second puzzle. Or was it the third one? The one that was permanently broke because of his debts. Miss Richards. Edmund Cloudsley, okay. So if this is Mary Richards, Okay. Oh, I should put him as Pip. Little Pip. And this is... oh, what was his name? They were talking about him down here. Brian... and there was a note here somewhere. Not that one. Well, either way, this is Brian. I know that. She's Lucia, and this one is Ada. Or I guess Lucia. And Ada. Okay. Let's go back up. Okay. Secret codes. Money has changed hands. Okay. This one I couldn't open. This is the square. Peptic tonic. Opium. Miss Baker. 1987. Housemaid. Didn't one of these have 1788? Not that one. So Baker has only been here for a year. And I'm going to assume that she's actually Ada Baker for now. I'm going to run with that assumption. Because I think this one was here for 3 years. Lucia something or other. That information was somewhere. I've forgotten where exactly. Dear Edmund, this cannot continue. Rose Cubert. Edmund. Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you, Grim. I didn't even realize you were back. I'm sorry if you said something. I hadn't even noticed. But I appreciate you being here, as always. I hear you are going to leave Mary and her well-to-do father, Lothar. Oh, okay, okay. Mary and Lothar. That's cute art. The golden idol is here, and a bag of coins. Dear Uncle, Lady Richards. Okay. The Brotherhood of Masks, which is different from the Brotherhood of the Beast or whatever. The Griffin? Beastmaster, Order of the Griffin. Final Vanguard. George Bridges. Okay. Water, roast, salad bowl, brandy, wine, lemon tonic. Okay. Let's look at the body. And I'm pretty sure that this is Rose Cubert. Because I'm pretty sure we found her the other day as well. Rose Cubert. I believe. And then is this one David Goran? No, this is Clouds, whatever his name is. Cloudsley? Embroidered handkerchief. He's got a heart key and a square. Edmund Cloudsley, right. He is here. Edmund, where is Edmund? There we go. Edmund Cloudsley. Okay. And this is the attractive young lady, apparently. And her name is Richards. What was her first name? Mary, I think. I'm pretty sure. And this guy is also... This is her father. So he is also a Richards. And his name was L something, I think. Lothar. Face is blotched. So she choked on something? Oh, yeah, okay, this is... Oh, well, thank you very much for the follow, Anvil.
Just followed.
I appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying your time here, watching me stumble through. How are you doing today? Oh, and Conub did a thing as well. I haven't figured out how to understand that one yet. What was it?
That's what she said.
I do indeed like Digimon. Alright, I'm not sure where you heard that from, but I do. Is that what brought you in? Somebody recommended you? I'm guessing probably Shin. Pack of cards. 2 pounds and a fork. I forgot what that one was and wanted to check. Oh, okay, fair enough. I wondered about that. Yeah, that was Conup's special request to make fun of me when I'm getting all spun up about something horrifying. I think his name was Peter Batley, right? Peter... Oh, no, not that one. This one. So, Batley... And Peter is his first name. Brian. Do I have all of the clues now? Yes, I do. So 36 out of 36. Brian. Wait, hold on. Miss Richards doesn't enjoy meat. Okay, okay. So, where was that list of things? Was it up here? Here we go. NB. I'm not sure what NB is. Oh, I know Brian's last name is Walker then, because he's the only male attendant. So Brian Walker. Who is NB then? Baker and Smith. So Lucia Smith. Where is Smith? Okay. NB. NB is not a name that's here. Well, thank you. And then this appears to be some sort of... Oh, okay, okay. I was wondering, I was like, is this some sort of code referencing another staff member that's not here? But if it's just Latin notation, that helps tremendously. Thank you for the update. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Actually, sorry, just hold on one sec. I forgot that Anvil was actually follower number 45, so I gotta update my goal. Because hooray, 45 out of 45. I am so happy with how quickly I have been growing thanks to all of your efforts, and thank you very much for that. You are great. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, here we go. One more on the thinking panel. Okay. So 2 of these people, 3 of these people. Oh. Partially eaten salad. Untouched salad. Amber liquid. Okay, so this is the table to show where they were. Now I know this guy accepted a bribe for the shilling to put Peter next to her. And I know that she is a vegetarian, so she could have only had one of these salad-only plates. I doubt she would have been given the head of the table, though, which would have been over here. And somebody, I think it was Cloudsbert, needed the Pepto. 2 sealed bottles of cloudy liquid. So, which one of them had the cloudy liquid? Full glass, empty glass of partially, or empty glass of clear liquid. So that would be water and the Pepto, which means this is where Cloudsbert was sitting. Cloudsbert? What's his name? Edmund Cloudsley. because he had to abstain from alcohol and he needed the stuff for his stomach. So he had water and the Pepto. And then what's this? Also Pepto, but also red liquid and no dietary restrictions. So only one of them was actually an omnivore. Vegetarian, 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 carnivore, omnivore. Not that it matters much, but there was a person down here who had something in their coat, I think. Nope, not there. Ashblair tobacco and a bottle of gin. But David didn't have a seat at that table, I don't think. Well, he's not even up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So maybe this isn't the living quarters of David Goran. And actually, come to think of it, this might be where he's staying. He's got the Monkey Man, as well as this carving of the key. It might be a master key of some sort. So let's say this is David Goran. And if Lucia, where is it, Smith, is up here, assuming she's lying about getting rid of that book, then I can put her in this room. Ada would be in the top because she's been here the longest. No, this would be his room, because this even has his pistol and his stiletto, let alone his ash pouch. So David Goran is here, Lucia Smith, and then this one would be Brian Walker, I think. Because it looks like he's been here the longest. He's been entrusted with the most stuff, including the serving. Which means Ada... what's her last name? Ada Baker should be here. Ada Baker. And then I'm assuming this will be Little Pip's room? Yeah. So he's been stealing things. And also, if we're coming up, because he has a cutout of this square key, which doesn't do anything, but he might be working on copying it. And the square key was for the liquor cabinet, was it? Thank you, Waylord. For this cupboard, with the tonic, the opium, and the note. Not that it really matters, mind you. So that square key meant nothing. There must be something else to indicate what these people were eating and drinking, though. They don't have anything on them as far as notes that would indicate that, aside from the fact that Peter wanted to sit next to her. Actually, hold on. The note that he wrote was on really shabby paper. And I think that means something. Like, it is intentionally crappy, shabby gray paper. Because the note that he has here is on nicer white paper. It doesn't really matter. Except that maybe it was written in this house. This had ink in it, didn't it? A syringe with some liquid left in it. It doesn't say what kind of liquid. So he wanted roasted boar. Ed, whatever his name is. Cloudsworth? Cloud dude? Cloudsley. Or he wanted the boar prepared at least. So why did he only have veggies? It's a good question. The yellow liquid was lemons. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. So if we deduce that she might be the one that's had lemon juice, then the heavy drinker next to her would probably be Peter? Let's try that. So Peter Batley should be here. Which would make her... What's her name again? Mary Richards here? Mary Richards. Now the thing is, she's been poisoned. Maybe from opium? Because I think that's the only thing that's actually poison in here. And it's also a white liquid. Or a cloudy liquid, I should say. There was something in this package in his room. Amber liquid. I'm going to assume that this one is probably... What's her name? The Cubert? Rose Cubert? I'm going to assume this is where she was sitting. Either that, or they might have set Luther across from Mary because he's her father, and they would want to be speaking to each other. But there is a cigar over here, which makes me think this might be his spot. We're gonna go for that. Lothar, Rose Cubert, and... what's his name again? Richards. Yeah, okay. So I nailed that. Now we just have to figure out the main mystery. So someone poisoned the... I think I'm doing all right so far. Well, thank you. So he poisoned the Pepto. Partially empty. Partially empty. Partially empty. Yeah, so the Pepto was the only thing that was poisoned but untouched. Which means that Cloudsley, Edmund, somebody wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. Therefore, someone poisoned the... Where is it? Tonic. I'm not sure where they hid the necessary key. At dinner party, Rose Cubert. Ingested the poison and died. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that this is the one that wanted him dead. Final Vanguard, who would be, by name, this person down here. The one that's worked here the longest. Printing things like this. And that would be Brian Walker. So I'm going to put Brian Walker. Unless Final Vanguard wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. Therefore, hid the necessary key where? In a mattress, I'm assuming. Hid the necessary key in a mattress. Because, here's the thing, right? Is Little Pip's mattress has this key. The square, which is necessary here. And he wouldn't have used it. Also, the key still looks different. It might not be an accurate key. Oh, this one, in a sack. Because this is the accurate key. And hid the necessary key in a sack. In a bag, I guess. So I'm going to say Little Pip did it. Because his is the only one... Well, I mean, this guy's room has access to here. But he's not here at all. And I don't think Little Pip could have, like, climbed around the house. So maybe David did it. David Goran. Let's give that a shot, because it's right outside his window. David Goran. No, okay. Maybe it was Little Pip? I doubt it. Okay. Well, see, here's the other thing, right? Is up here, this is a bottle of amber liquid. Which would have been the scotch, I think, right? The brandy. And that one is partially empty. But did anyone even have brandy? Yeah. Peter Batley had brandy. Anybody else? I don't think so. Like, I'm right on what was poisoned. It absolutely was this Pepto. He poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag because those are correct. This is the necessary key here, the correct one. What's in here? A syringe with some liquid left in it. It doesn't say what, though. And I don't know that that's actually important right now. Because did the final Vanguard want him dead? Yeah, it looks like the final Vanguard. So maybe it was Walker. Brian Walker. But I think I tried that already, didn't I? Brian Walker? Yeah, that's not right. Huh. Maybe rather than Brian Walker down there, Brian Walker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. Therefore, someone poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. Now, he would have had access to the key, because in fact, he's the only one with that key. She had access to the pantry. He had access to this key itself. And if he was going to do it, then he wouldn't have needed to make a copy. He would have done it himself. But being smarter than that, he got someone else to do it. Which means maybe this is Little Pip again, and I just had those in the wrong spot. Still no. Huh. Like, I'm absolutely positive that I'm correct about the tonic being what's poisoned. That's no issue at all. And she wasn't supposed to die, he was. And I know I've got the right place at the table for him. So Edmund Cloudsley was supposed to be dead. And the tonic was poisoned, the necessary key is in a bag, and it was Rose Cubert who ingested the poison and died. So these ones are all correct. The ones I don't have are these two people. So it would have been someone that had access to this bag down here. And the only way out is this door, which is unlocked. I don't know. I'm struggling. So, are you just getting here, Clarissa? Did you miss all of that so far? Okay. So, this is the current scene of the crime, where Mrs. Rose Cubert is dead. She was there from a couple of puzzles ago. And she was poisoned by using the tonic to settle his stomach. And the tonic was meant for this person, Edmund Cloudsley, the one who has the... Oh, he has a key as well. Come to think of it. And it's the right key at that. Well, of course he would. He's got access to the tonic himself. Anyway, so someone was trying to poison him and got her by accident. And so far that's all I know, is they put the right key in a bag, she died, and he was supposed to be dead. And the tonic was poisoned. So I'm still trying to figure out who actually did the poisoning and who wanted him dead. Because we have a few different options. There's this person that says Final Vanguard. That's how we signed out. Maybe it's George Bridges, but I can't see anyone double-crossing him. Oh, maybe this was January 8th, April 2nd. Nope, that was after the case. So that's not him. The Brotherhood of Masks. One of our stewards upon you. Anyway, that's the scene so far, is dead lady, he was supposed to be dead, tonic got poisoned. And now I'm trying to figure out who did it and why. Maybe it's one of these, because I didn't really examine some of these from a code standpoint. So let's look at the code here. The since manner 7, nope. Dear I, his, I, and where, nope. Mrs. Baker. No, I already saw that one, and that's nothing. That's the doctor's note. I know that. What about some of these letters? You old uptake. Nope. Once requisition, you're the... No. The you soon. Nope. I think instead, secondly, small name. Nope. I there used has no. Nope. Everything prepare young. Nope. Run Ashton, I David. Nope. So none of these seem to be... Oh, hold on. This is different. I'm looking at it differently now. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. So society may not refer to society at large so much as it refers to this society, the Brotherhood of Masks. And there doesn't seem to be... Like, this is obviously her stuff. She's got the invitation and his stupid little drawing. March 5th. April 8th. I'm thinking this might be a red herring, because it's not even telling me what kind of liquid it is. It's just a copper syringe with some green mold on it. These two both have this simple key, which might be the key to this door. So who else would have access to the outside? He does. Both of the maids do. So only the staff actually have access to outside. Even little Pip doesn't really. And I'm assuming that that's why it's Mrs. Smith for 3 years of service. So the outside door isn't locked. Somebody had... Was it Mrs. Smith? the fourth one from every row. Remember fourth row. What's this? So, yeah, I saw that. 4 shillings and a penny. Well, I'm trying to figure it out. So, see, here's what I'm getting stuck on, right? Is who wants him dead and who actually did the poisoning. So, if we're looking up here, oh, this might actually be it. So, the key itself is hanging from this bag, but this bag isn't important. What's important is that this door is locked. It's got a key and it's attached from this window, which means someone had to have access to this window and this door in order to hang the bag, which would be Ada Baker. I'm not sure why she'd want him dead. But if she hid the key in the bag after she used it... Oh, that's the thing. So I think the final vanguard here... Yeah, I think I figured it out. So, before I put them in, here's my current theory. We're missing who did it and who poisoned the tonic and hid the key in a bag, right? So we know that, firstly, this person, who names himself the Final Vanguard, wanted Edmund dead. So he's the one that wanted it. And the only person that really fits that bill is the person who's been here longest, Brian Walker. He's got things like paint and the overthrowing of the aristocrats in his shelf, right? We know this is his room. We know he has motive because he's so pissed off and he's been reading about overthrowing the ruling class. But what we also know is that one of these people, who is it? This person, Lucia, has been working here for a long time and wanted the bottom row. So she's upset. But they're on good terms. She and Ada. So I'm thinking what might have happened is someone is trying to frame, or not frame, but Brian wanted to kill Edmund and Lucia wants his room. So she convinced Ada to hide the key after poisoning the tonic so that Brian would be framed for it. So it must be Lucia Smith, I think, that wants Edmund dead. Lucia, let's try that. Lucia Smith wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. Therefore, Ada, what's her name? Ada Baker. Oh, I'm so close. So maybe it wasn't Lucia. Maybe it really was Brian Walker. Let's try that. Because Brian Walker, I'm thinking, is the one that honestly wanted him dead with all of that material. I just don't know why he would frame himself like that. Because that's like a tremendously easy one to do. We'll check. Nope, still wrong. Oops, no, not you. Oh, Cloudsley got mixed up. Cloudsley, there we go. So who wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead? Because I'm sure this is right now, because she was the only one with access to the tonic and where the bag is hanging from. That's the only one that makes sense. And this one, like, if he was going to get violent, he wouldn't have worried about all of this. He just wouldn't have. It wouldn't have mattered. The wise slave is not the violent slave, after all. So who wants him dead? So his staff are these three people. There's Brian Walker. He's lived here for a very long time, but he's open to accepting bribes. So this dude bribed him with the shilling in order to sit next to the lady. But that's all he seems to have done, is to sat them together. To have sat them together. Then there's this lady, who is Ada Baker. And she is the newest person who's only been here for about a year. She has the least loyalty at all, which is why she could be tasked with hanging this from her window. Not that she got paid much for it, so somebody had to convince her, I think. Because her... What do you mean? Is something the matter, Waylord? Still on this question, what are you doing with many question marks? I feel like Waylord may be getting mad at how slowly I'm figuring this one out. I have everything except who wanted him dead. And this person, the final vanguard, is the only one that, like, honestly wants him dead, aside from the Brotherhood of Masks. Maybe it is this George Bridges guy. He's not actually here, but it's the only one that would be... Wait, hold on. There's a handprint symbol there. And a star print symbol here. Do we have... There's print paint. Is there anyone with a symbol somewhere? He's got ink. And she's got ink. But she was hired to do it. Oh! This might be the key to the cipher. Take the fourth one from every row being the word. So she has a note on her, doesn't she? Yes, okay. Have to use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. Okay, got it. Got it. Dark Hand Steward. Brotherhood of Masks. I'm still not sure who the steward is, But that is right. I guess, can I put Brotherhood of Masks? Is that somewhere here? I don't think Dark Brotherhood. Oh, Dark Hand Steward. Okay, that might be it. Dark Hand Steward. There we go. That cipher was so dumb. So Ada Baker received encode instructions from Darkhand Stewart to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely in the rooms while cleaning and made a copy of the medicine cabinet key. Thanks, Clarissa. Waylord doesn't think so. He's getting mad at me for not figuring it out. She used the syringe to poison a sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. Okay. I'm trying, Waylord. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. That one took me a while, so I will work on this one. The explosive events in the forest cabin. Burkham Workhorse. Okay, let's examine the scene first. So there's 3 parts to it. Oops. An outside, an inside, and the very innermost chamber. And this is Little Pip, it looks like. Go Coin Go. Okay. This is what's her name? Walter Keane. Who, as is his custom, appeared wearing a new impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest city style. Okay, why is this dog barking? This very odd rabid dog. Black Bestia and Golden Doubloon. Okay. She had this note, right? Who's this? Oh, I've seen this guy before. One of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. Arrange for a cart to move the corpse if you send me directions. Be quick before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. Shillings, a key, and a loaded pistol. Was he the guy from back here? Yeah, that's David Goran. Okay. So I can at least identify him as David Goran. And she is Lucia Smith. This is Little Pip. Gang Brawler Robber. Hardy Abe. So Hardy Abe is the one with the cart. Confectionery. All the hats. Sword. Oh, so he's got a ring. He's with that, the Society of the Beast, the Griffin. And the confectionery, loaded pistol. This looks like it's unlocked, maybe, or that it's been blown clean off. What's in here? Oh, that's, what's his name? Edmund. Air and vessel disappear. Okay. Okay. Gold filtering. Okay. The speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I performed this, which is the vacuum symbol beforehand. Sometimes the hot liquids help my throat, Clarissa, but sadly not always. There's not actually much I can do for the cough. I do have something called ipratropium bromide, Ipravent, that can help me for like 15 to 45 minutes, depending on the day. But I can only take it once every 4 hours, and it gives me nosebleeds very quickly. So I try not to take it. Thank you for asking, though. I appreciate your interest. Freezing the target rapidly. Well, I do appreciate that. I have tried honey and ginger and lemon, which usually works nicely to help relieve the pain, but doesn't actually deal with the cough. Upon pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action. If it is red, it is ready for the void. It will turn blue. Okay. So he's been doing experiments out here. Small weight is... Oh, so he set a trap for them. Because in his book, that showed that if he does this with the blue or with the red, both air and vessel disappeared. Decrease the amount of air, but did not create the explosion. So he was trying to decrease the amount of air in something? A rotten apple and a green apple. Okay. And then who's this? He's got twin nails on his hand. And I think if I go back out here, it shows... I was thinking that too, to be honest. Jack nails. That's probably it. I'm going to go with the assumption that this is Jack nails. That's him, right? Yeah. So, Jack. Nails. And then I know that is Edmund Cloudsley. This person I don't know yet. He's got a club. What do you want to bet his name has something to do with a club? Maybe not, but I would bet he's Billy Cracker. Not you. Billy Cracker. And I'm thinking this guy would be Hardy Abe. Hardy Abe. And then I'm thinking this is not Black Bestia, maybe Golden Doubloon? No, okay. I'll have to look at them more closely then. So this got bashed off the door. That's why it's showing this is broken. A shard of a vase. Oh, so the vase exploded. That's what that was. Okay. I finally have the location of my target. A timber brick in and bring all your tools. Okay. Lockpicks. Oh, this guy had lockpicks. So did I get the right one for that? Yep, that's Jack Nails. He's the lockpick. Enters through chimneys. So 1, 2, 3. I don't actually see a fourth person. Maybe the fourth person isn't here. This one that enters through chimneys, unless Little Billy is Pip. I think this is right that the dog is doubloon, and he probably calls it coin. So golden doubloon. Which means it might be this one that's wrong. All he had on him was a club. Jack Nails, that's right. Billy Cracker. Enters through chimneys. Oakwood Gang Brawler. Well, no, because this guy is the one that was working for Edmund Cloudsley. His name is David Garan. And he's on his side. He's even went and got the body on those instructions. But the problem is, this isn't a real body. This is a scarecrow stuffed in the coffin. So what we're looking for is someone who would come down through a chimney, but we don't get a chimney up here. So maybe it's not that this guy is Hardy Abe, but who was it? Walter Keane. That's it. That's what I had wrong. This guy's name is Walter Keane. Which means this one might still be Billy Cracker. The other option was Little Billy? No. So I have two or fewer that are wrong. Billy Cracker. So maybe that was Hardy Abe then. That would be his cart. Also a brawler. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Oh, because confection. But he was the one with the confection. That's why I thought he was Hardy Abe as well. This guy had absolutely nothing on him to indicate that he was Hardy Abe. Like, not a damn thing. Oh well. Walter Keane. Yeah, that one was pure guesswork. He literally has nothing on him to indicate this. He's got a club with no markings. And then a loaded pistol. Okay, so that's all of the information that I have. But I do have... Maybe. I mean, it's a possibility. Okay, so I should look at this as well. I'm pretty sure I know what this represents, like what he did, but I'm going to do this anyway. Because there should be... a vacuum and a place. So maybe air? Or matter? This one's kind of tough. I'm not sure. So I know this is freezing. Or this one's freezing, I guess. I'm not sure why this one wouldn't be then. Huh. Oh, I can change the position of those. Okay, that's cool. Well, not necessarily. So, you see, it's got the two symbols. This seems to indicate whether it's ready or not, like the state of the matter itself. So red would be empty, blue would be full. And you can see that, where is it? You can see that here as well. You have to do this one before you can do this one. Or maybe it's you have to do this one before you can do this one. I'm not sure which. How strongly I press the trigger and how long I performed this before it. You can only perform input and it will turn ready afterwards. I'm kind of short on words is the thing, at least as far as I can figure out. Because this wouldn't be seawater, but it might refer to matter in general. Unless that's gold? Because these ones in particular influenced gold. And then this one influenced something else. Like a vacuum, maybe? Maybe that one refers to matter itself. Because for the heating and the explosion, this refers to temperature, maybe? So if we consider this one temperature and this one air, because we also have exploded, increased, decreased. What if this one is gold, because that's what it was influencing. And then... I'm not sure about these two. That might be an intensity? Because there's only so many repeating symbols, right? Like, we have this one, the upside down J, and the upside down J with a dot on it, right? And I know that this one represents pulling it in because of that, and that one represents placing. Neither of them would be increase, so maybe... explosion? So if that one's explosion and then this one is vacuum, isn't vacuum here? I thought vacuum was there. That's just the name of the spell. Okay. So probably not that. Actually, it might be. Heat, seawater, decreased, increased. I don't know. I don't think I have enough data to fill those in. I mean, you're probably right. The speed at which heat is increased. Because here's the problem. Here's why I'm having trouble speaking. The problem is when it comes to these symbols that I'm trying to ascribe meaning to, what the book is telling me is not the words that I would use for it. And so I'm trying to have to infer what the game is telling me these symbols mean. Now, I can guess that this one means gold, because that is what it affects even when used on seawater. And these can't really refer to the size of something, because you can aim it at the ocean or you can aim it at a small container. So that's not size, it's nothing. And seawater shouldn't have anything to do with this either. It's just he's talking about using it on the sea. I can completely ignore David. I do know that for whatever reason, these on the shelf are his experiments. One of them ages the apple and makes it rotten where it's looking, and the other one seems to rejuvenate it. So I'm thinking he's trying to bring that corpse that he tried to get back to life. Also, I know that this is the symbol in order to destabilize the air inside the vase. So I know all of this, and I know that I can potentially ascribe meaning to these, but not the same meaning. Because I don't know if this R with a dot means temperature. I don't know if it means energy. I don't know if it means ready. I don't know if it means a toggle, but it could be either of those things. I know that these two in conjunction refer to heat, but if this one was decrease and this one was increase, then it could be thermal expansion, but those aren't words that the game wants to use. No, I have increased and decreased. Maybe that is it. Maybe it's as simple as that. Increased and decreased. So let's try that. Increased, decreased, gold. Let's go with air. That might be heat. But then what's this last one? I already knew that. What was the other one? If I go back to the book here, like a smaller amount? It decreased the amount of air? I did, but I don't know if this one is matter. Like, this one was activated the idle, both air and vessel disappeared. Oh. Okay, so this one might be matter and this one might be air. Let's try that. Air and matter. Okay. Hooray, done. I don't know how I managed to figure that out. Thank you for making me frustrated enough to voice my thoughts. Okay. I got close to understanding the idol. That one was tough. My goodness. Okay. Let's see. Meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley. What's on the symbol? Increased air. Increased the amount of air in a sealed vase. Delivered a coffin. Upon entering... Where's the manor? What's this place called again? No, not that. Timberbrook Inn? Maybe? But this was supposed to be a secret area, so it couldn't be. So when these two, Jack Nails and Hardy Abe. Hardy Abe and Jack Nails. Where's Jack? Entered the room. The vase exploded and killed them both. Okay, that's easy. Needed a wagon, I'm pretty sure. Oh, a coffin. So Edmund... Oh no, needed a corpse. That's what it was. Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. And then Walter Keane, along with his accomplices, delivered a coffin? Yeah, because Scarecrow isn't there. Upon entering... Suddenly clubbed. Oh, okay. So suddenly clubbed. What's his name again? David Garan. And then Hardy Abe is probably the one that suddenly clubbed him. Because he's not dead. He's just, like, beaten over the head. And everybody has pistols, so nobody's shot. They're all loaded. He wasn't stabbed. He probably used his sword to cut the door. This guy... Oh no, this guy had a saw. He cut through the door with the saw. So yeah, I guess this guy, Hardy Abe, knocked him over the head. Hardy Abe. There we go. The explosive events in the forest cabin, the sixth case solved. So to gain entrance to Edmund Cloudsley's secret forest cabin, gentleman robber Walter Keane pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. On entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants, and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed two of the intruders. Okay. Hooray! Chapter 2 completed. Okay. That's 7, 8, 9. And then, Waylord, did you say there were 11 chapters or 12? And did you mean chapters or like these little thingies, the stories? The individual scenes? So 11 and an epilogue. But by 11, do you mean counting up to 11 with these? Like, is this 9 of 11? Or are there 11 chapters? Like down here. I'm just not sure how quickly I'm going through the game. Okay, so I'm about halfway through then. Okay. Well, it has been almost 2 hours again, so I think I'm going to call it here for today. Thank you for putting up with me for how long it took me on this second puzzle. um, we will take a break for the weekend from this one, but I will tomorrow and Sunday afternoon be back for some raft and some power wash simulator. Just very easy kind of gathering games. Low pressure, low intensity, hopefully low speaking to give my throat a rest. But thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it as always, and I will catch you guys next time. And I'll be sure to post about the current progress of average viewership once I'm done with the stream, so you guys can still track how scared I have to be. See you later. And stream end.